because they are giving back to their alma mater. And I know that one day we have some of you that will give back to your college like this. It can come in various ways. So in the team today we have Mr. Adodola Joshua at the back. Let's put our hands together for him. He's graduate today, he's today a contractor. Yeah, he's building here and there. Thank you. Also, we have in the team today, Mr. Adewumi Kainde. Let's put our hands together. You can see him stand on NSU in white and cap. He has finished his first degree, second degree, and his pursuing his PhD. Yes. Then we have again, I've seen Olalade. Yes, let's clap for, yes, Khalil Olalade at the back here. And we have the leader of the team for the purpose of today. Like I said earlier on, one of our students before, and her name is Dr. Fiwasani Khalil. Let's put our hands together. He's now a lecturer in the Faculty of Agriculture at the University here. And he's here to give back. She has seen more than you can see, and she wants to lead you on the right path. I want you to be attentive this morning, or this afternoon, sorry. She will be dealing at the team, theoretically and practically today, on part of what we call sustainable development goals. And it's very important. The world is moving away from only memorizing and theoretical aspects. And the world is drilling and shifting towards entrepreneurial skill, information technology, and so on, and majorly agriculture. So we are lucky to have the team in our midst today. They have several aspects of this program. Just make sure you are not running out. It will be coming in different aspects. If you miss any of the aspects, it may really pain you when they are narrating it to you again. A time will come, we will move out for practical aspects of it. And don't let me say the remaining. Just wait. Just be eager. Your rapt attention is needed this afternoon. If you have your jotter with you, that's the best. Take your jotter and your pen and make sure you jot down something. At the end of the program, we may have 4, 5, 10 minutes for you to ask 1 or 2 questions. Once again, on behalf of the principal of this college, let me use today, formally, Alhaji Ibrahim Ademola Animasha, the vice principal, Dr. Iyolasani, the management, the staff, and the students. We want to welcome into our midst. They are sons of the soil. Sons of the soil, they are not strangers. Put your hands together as Dr. Iyolasani is coming forward.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. No response. Are we? Why is everybody looking? I mean, I expect us to, have a little bit of energy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. My name is Dr. Fiwashade Khalil. How many of you have heard of vet doctors before? Veterinary doctors. Yes, do you want to tell us who a vet doctor is?
You should come outside.
Come outside, come and talk to us.
A veterinary doctor is a person who takes care of animals.
Okay, thank you very much. You said a vet doctor is the person who takes care of animals. What's your name?
My name is Janila Abdul from Justice.
Please put your hands. Okay, so I'm a veterinary doctor, and I used to feel like you 10, 11 years I graduated from this great international college. Please, a round of applause for this. A round of applause for our teachers. A round of applause for me, because I was a good girl. And then a round of applause for yourself. Okay, today we are going to be introducing you to a very interesting topic. Before I go on, before I get into the news, has anybody come across sustainable development goals before? Anybody? Sustainable development goals. Has anyone read about it before? Okay. Alright. I'm going to try my best to break it down. It's quite interesting. I myself, I did not know about sustainable development goals until I graduated from the university, you can imagine. So this is a great opportunity coming to you at this level. So please, I will need you to give your full attention so that you can learn the bits that I have to share today, okay? Alright. So before we start, I want you guys to know that this world, this earth, this planet that we all live in, right? We have problems that we face. Anybody just does anything come to mind? Any problem that you know we are facing globally in the world? Anybody? I have a gift for the first person to get an answer. So just name a problem in the world. Yes, raise up your hand. Let me see. Okay. Said erosion and flooding. Come and take this. I was not joking when I said I would give this particular pen is a very good pen and it's not even from the country. It's from Kenya, by the way. Anyways, please, a round of applause for you. Any other problem that might be facing globally? Does anyone else want to try? Yes, the lady. She said food scarcity. It's a round of applause for her. Okay, so now I want you guys to understand that we have problems that we are facing globally on this earth. And now, because of this problem, we have come together in order to have goals to be able to help tackle this problem. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to be introducing you to sustainable development goals. Please give your attention why I think it's for my presentation. Okay. This way is the light effect. Huh? How about letting friend boy? Both of them are not. Oh, see our learning because they just raised up his hand. This class for him used to be the light system for my graduates. And then I was also the light system today while I was using this class for me. So I just went to wait for him to set up the. Sorry about it.
Windows P. Extend. Forward. Click anyone.
Okay. Like I said, we'll be talking about sustainable development goals. We want to encourage you younger ones to be able to take up career path in agriculture, in STEM education. STEM education means sciences, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yeah? It's not just about you bearing those titles. I'm a doctor. Some of you will become lawyers, some of you will become engineers, some of you will become great agriculture, some of you will become what else? persevering those times, right? We want you to know that there are actually problems that we face globally, and we need you young ones to be able to come up and solve this problem. You are not too young. I want to let you know something today that you are not too young to contribute into solving problems that we face in the world. You are not too young to solve food scarcity. You are not too young to help tackle the issue of erosion and flooding. I hope you know that. We do not have to wait, or we do not have to leave this to the government alone, or those in policy making alone. I'm telling you today that as little or as small as what that you think you can contribute into solving problems that we face in the world. Are we there? Are we following? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to the sustainable development goals. So we've been talking about sustainable development goals. Right? So what exactly are the sustainable development goals?
No.
The Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 global goals that have been established by the United Nations. Please, anyone has any idea of what the United Nations stands for? What the United Nations means? I'm sure this is not the first time you are hearing United Nations. I have another idea for somebody that gets that definition. The United Nations, you want to help us again? Okay, please come. It looks like I need to get all the things that I have for you guys today.
Will come together. The nation that comes together.
It's the nation that comes together. I guess that's correct. You see me after that. Okay, so the United Nations consists of 193 member states. So we have different nations, different countries that came together to form the United Nations. So it's an international organization whose sole purpose is for maintaining international peace. Are we there? Yes. So you now know what United Nations stands for. So these sustainable development goals, we have 17 of them, and they are global goals that were developed and established by the United Nations in the year 2015. However, before the sustainable development goals were established, I want you to know that we have what we call the Millennium Development Goals. What did I say? Millennium Development Goals. Now, those goals were established in the year 2000. Where were some of in the year 2000? Okay, so the Millennium Development Goals were also international goals that were established in the year 2000 in order to help maintain peace and prosperity for the people and for the planet. So, these sustainable development goals, before we move on, let me just give you like a brief recap of what the Millennium Development Goals are. The goals, we have 8 goals, I'll just mention a few. So, one of the goals stands to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Another goal stands to reduce child mortality. One of the goals stands to combat HIV/AIDS, then malaria and other diseases. Another goal stands to ensure environmental sustainability. I hope you are already getting an idea of where we are going to now. Okay, so now, these sustainable development goals succeeded these Millennium Development Goals because there was need to break down these goals, right? We want to ensure that we have peace and prosperity for the people because we are the inhabitants of this planet Earth. So we have to ensure that we take care of ourselves, we take care of the planet properly so that future generations to come will be able to meet the planet in a very good shape. Imagine if our forefathers, our ancestors, just mismanaged the planet. Will we be here today? I mean, we are facing some problems. However, they were able to manage it to some extent. So what we want to let you know is you guys, as little as you are, as big as you are, you can handle some of these problems and you can also be that change that will contribute to creating the future that we want, a very good planet. So now, like I said, the Sustainable Development Goals were created with the aim of peace and prosperity for the people and for the planet. Now, we have 17 of these goals and they are interconnected. And the goals were developed in the year 2015. So So when the United Nations came together, they were like, okay, this particular goal, we want to have achieved most of the goals by the year 2020. What year are we in currently? How many years do we have to 2030? 6 years. Have we achieved most of the goals? I mean, there are still so many problems we face in the world, right? Yes. So now, before I move on to the next slide, so that this will not be too strange to you, I'm going to break down sustainable development goals into each individual word. And everybody give a definition of sustainable. What does it mean when something is sustainable? Please let someone else talk. Okay? Okay, I can see hands. Please step forward. Can anybody define development? Another person. Okay, you in the direction. Development. If you are confident. Can anybody define goal? Okay, that guy.
Sustainable means something that is enough.
Enough, okay.
Development means something good.
Okay.
Goal means something we achieve.
Okay. So, this one is the definition literally. When you say something is sustainable, that means you are able to maintain something for a certain level, for a certain period of time. And like there has been great development. Development means growth. So you are able to like achieve growth or change. Now, goal is you have a vision, you have a plan. So the aim of the sustainable development that was created by the UN is to be able to sustain, is to be able to maintain growth, the development of the world, the development of people over a period of time. Are we clear? Alright, next slide. So why are sustainable development goals important? I made mention earlier that sustainable development goals were developed for the peace and prosperity of the people and the world. The people and the planet. Thank you very much. So we already understand that we have problems that we are facing in this world, right? That we are facing on the planet, that we face as people, that we face as individuals. So now, these sustainable development goals were established to be able to tackle and to be able to target those pressing problems. Do you understand where we are coming from and where we are going to now? So we have problems now. The sustainable development goals were developed, they were established in order to be able to address these problems that we are facing, urgent problems. Now, the sustainable goals, right, they also provide a clear path into achieving a sustainable future. So we already know we have a problem. The next thing is what about the problem? Solution. We have a problem. The next thing is thinking of the solution, how to solve that problem. So that's part of what the sustainable development goal is all about. It's going to provide a clear path, like a solution. Okay, there's problem of flooding, how do we solve it? There's problem of hunger, how do we solve it? There's problem of poor education, how do we solve it? I hope you understand. Okay, next slide. So I mentioned something that the sustainable development goals are how many in number? They are 17. Somebody say 18. The sustainable development goals are 17 in number. The first one, I don't know if you can see it. The first one says no poverty. The second one says zero hunger. The third one says good health and well-being. The fourth one says quality education. The fifth one says gender equality. The sixth one says clean water and sanitation. The seventh one says affordable and clean energy. The eighth one says decent work and economic growth. Like that. The 13th one says climate action. 14th says life below water. 15th is life on land. I hope you understand now. Are we clear? So again, we have 17 sustainable development goals, and each of them is targeting a problem. Number one goal, I said it is no poverty. What do you think no poverty stands for? Okay, can you just stop complaining like people in your goals, urgent goals, okay? So we're starting with goal number 2, which is what? Zero hunger. And what can you see? That picture, there's an animated character there. What can you see? What do you think is going on? I mean, the picture is not clear, but what can you see? That one right there, right? There's no food in the plate. And you can see, its bones are prominent, right? That means what's going on? What did you say? Okay, it's definitely hungry. There's no access to proper nutrition. How about the picture down? What can you see? Hello? Yes? Huh? People begging. Okay, that's what you can see. But what I can see is somebody sharing additional food. Can you see that? Okay, so now, the aim of SDG goal number 2 is to end hunger. Somebody said one of the problems that we're facing globally is food scarcity. Yeah. So the aim of this goal is to end hunger and then to achieve food security and promote sustainable agriculture. And then to improve nutrition. I hope you know that hunger does not mean not having food alone. Somebody can have food and yet the food is not nutritious enough. Do you agree? Yes. You can have food but then you're not getting adequate nutrition because that's not the right food. What do you think happens to a child that is supposed to, like have balanced diet and such a child cannot get access to a balanced food? What do you think is going to happen to such a child? Such a child. So hunger is not only when you do not have food. You might have food, but the food might not be nutritious enough. Are we following? So the aim of this goal is to end hunger. Now, can anybody give me? Does anyone know how many people in the world go to bed hungry each night? How many people in the world go to bed hungry each night? Okay.
Thousands of people.
Huh?
Thousands.
It says thousands of people, actually millions of people. According to the United Nations, more than 700 million of people go to bed hungry each night. They do not have access to food. So do you understand that it's a blessing when you have something to eat? Okay? Alright. Go on to the next slide. Wait, sorry, go back to the previous slide. What do you think causes hunger? Yes. Huh? Weak agricultural production, yes. Poverty. Unemployment. What does it say? Poverty, okay?
Bad economy.
What? Bad economy. Is it only the junior students that are really? Senior students, what's going on? Okay, we already have the response. So, you guys know factors of dependency because of hunger to land, right? This is the one side. Who can remind us of SDG 13? Goal 13. Can anybody remember? No? What was number 13? Goal 13 stand for? Climate action. Is a round of applause for you. How for a second? Okay, are we following? So, goal number 13 stands for climate action. Geography.
you have to pick one from them. They don't want
Yeah,
to.
I saw a hand on. Did you hear her? Climate is the average weather condition of a place over a period of time. Do we all agree with that definition? Do we have any other definition? I'm not going to call you. Okay, so we've already defined what climate is. Now, the aim of voting is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. What is climate change? We already have the definition of climate. Now, what is climate change? Okay, you want to talk? Okay, all right. When the climate changes in an environment, but that's not how he said. He said when the climate changes in an environment. Now, today, I'm going to tell you part of the causes of climate change. Has anyone come across greenhouse gas before? Greenhouse gas. You have? Please, can you talk to us? Like, what greenhouse gas?
That guy, That guy, Ah.
Greenhouse gases are the harmful gases emitted every day from factories, vehicles, and other household appliances. An example is fluorocarbon, which mixes with the ozone and can cause depletion of the ozone layer. And the ozone is a very important layer of the Earth, which prevents the ultraviolet rays of the sun from reaching us as Earth. So these greenhouse gases combine with the oxygen and the ozone, and the gas that combines with the oxygen is carbon, and it can remain active for a very long period of time. And this carbon will destroy the oxygen level in the ozone, thereby causing the depletion of the ozone layer.
Polar bear usually wear snow, yeah. put together that to this polar bear? What? It is brown. I don't know if polar bears can swim anyways. I don't know. But then, polar bears, they can thrive better in the icy areas, right? So now, when such an area, due to climate change, starts changing, starts melting, such a polar bear will be able to thrive properly. Do we agree? What's going on in the next picture? I'm sure that in some parts of Nigeria, they experience constant flood, especially during the rainy season. Do you agree? Like, for example, what's going on in the remaining regions? Okay, the next one is the ice is melting. What's going on at the last one? Alright, okay. So now, there are certain activities that we as humans will get involved in
Àwọn ogun ò sọ̀rọ̀.
accumulation of carbon dioxide. And an example is deforestation. Geography students, what is deforestation? Deforestation is cutting of trees, not replacement. Reforestation is what? So what is afforestation? Okay, thank you very much for reminding me. It's been 10 years, great. Okay, so cutting down trees, I hope you know photosynthesis. You are biology. Trees or plants make use of oxygen, right? Sorry, or carbon dioxide, right? And then they release what? Oxygen. So now when we cut down trees, there won't be enough trees to be able to absorb that carbon dioxide. We don't want too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, right? So when we cut down trees, we are only predisposing our environment to having excessive carbon dioxide buildup. Now, industrial processes like factory, you mentioned factory, in industry, you see like big smoke coming out from their waste, you understand? And then pollution too, littering the environment. I hope you know that that can contribute to flooding. Do you agree? Then agricultural practices too can also contribute to it. So this is the next slide. Are we clear on sustainable development goal 13 now? Sustainable development goal 4 is on what? Poverty. No. Thank you. So now, the aim of this goal is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. The way you guys are in school, I hope you know we have children that are unable to go to school, right? According to the United Nations, we have more than 800 million. We have more than 200 million children that are out of school. I hope you know that's a lot. So people want to go to school, but they do not have the opportunity, they do not have the resources. What are the causes of poor education? Or what do you think can cause someone or can prevent someone from going to school?
Bantam.
Broken homes, yeah.
Please stop for me. That's a very calm thing.
Okay, just say the answer.
Broken.
Okay, bullying, poverty. Those are factors that can cause or prevent someone from going to school. So some people want to go to school, but they do not have the opportunity, they don't have the resources. Probably their parents do not have enough money to be able to cater for or to be able to provide education to such a child. Or probably the school is really far, they can't get there. Or probably their parents need them to relocate them. Are we following? So part of the goal of the aim of this goal is to ensure that everybody, you know that as children, as human beings, you have the right to quality education. Yeah. So first hand. Moving on. We are not going to go number 3. Go number 3 is on what? Good health and well-being. Can anybody give me the estimated population of people on the planet? Everybody. What is the population of people on the planet? 8 million. Okay, millions of people. Yeah, she's very close. It should be around 9 billion. So that's a whole lot. Do you know that more than half of the population of people on the planet do not have access to healthcare facilities? That's about 4.5 billion of people. They do not have access to what? To healthcare facilities. The aim of this goal is to be able to ensure that we have healthy lives. Then we promote well-being for all ages, irrespective of the age. Everybody should have access to quality healthcare. Let me tell you something that do you know that every 2 minutes a pregnant woman dies? Why? Okay, you want to tell us something? Tell us. Because of the lack of healthcare facilities to take care of such a person. Now, these conditions that affect people, some of them are preventable. If you have access to the right healthcare facilities. But when people don't have access to that healthcare facilities, what do you think happens? People start dying for things that can be prevented, right? So whether it's a child, a pregnant woman, a woman or a mother that is pregnant, father, everybody should have access to quality health care. What do you think is going on in that picture? You can see people on the foot there. But what's going on? Remember that that was not but then it's not their contact. What do you think can cause poor healthcare, like quality of bad governance, yes, inadequate resources,
Inadequate health workers.
inadequate health workers. Thank you very much.
Health facilities.
Poor health facilities. Yes. People that in some communities they don't even have any hospital or clinic or anything. So some of them they don't even have having. You might have the hospital, but you will not have the facilities. Some people don't even have the hospital like at home in their communities. Do you know that? So the aim of this goal is to prevent those things from happening. Please move on. Now, I made mention of something earlier. I said you are not too young to contribute to changing the world. Do you agree? You can contribute and help us attain a sustainable future. The future that we all want. Okay? So I'm going to, my role here today is to help you understand these goals and to help you know how you contribute in your own little way, because your little way can go a long way in the long run. Do you agree? So we don't have to wait for the government alone or those in policy. We should not expect them to come down and start doing things. We can start doing things little by little. Do you understand? So I'm going to take you through ways in which we all can contribute to achieving the sustainable development goals. Now, number 1, it says start or support a garden to grow fresh produce. What do you think that suggestion is targeting? Which goal do you think is targeting? Yes? Food produce is targeting goal number, that's on zero hunger. I'm sure you heard mommy or anybody complaining that tomato please permit me to speak Yoruba. Tomato tiwon or tomato, pepper, garri, rice, the price of everything has gone up. Beans, because of inflation. Now, instead of complaining all the time that when is our government going to bring down the prices of these things, what's happening, what have you? Why not put in that energy? Start up. We have some of our buildings, our houses, and some of our homes. We have, even if it's just a little piece of land, right? You could do what we call backyard farming. Try and start a garden on your own, okay? Even if you can start it, you can support it. That way, you will get to produce what you eat. Do you understand? So we don't always have to wait for the government. I mean, we are hoping that yes, the prices of goods will come down, but what if it does not come down at all? What if it does not come down anytime soon? So we can do some things on our own. Start or support a garden, grow fresh produce. This is Mr. Balalola.
Behind you.
Agri students. I mean, we're all agri students, right? No? Okay. Agri students. Have you guys like started planting anything? You've been involved, right? Then please clap for Mr. Bamola. Clap for the folks. Because okay, thank you. In a way, you know you are contributing to solving world hunger. Do you know that? So please again, clap for yourself because you already started. So now, I want to say something. Back in the days when we were in school, sometimes it used to be a punishment for us, like latecomers, or people that are making noise, right? They will just take us to the farm to go and they will go and serve our punishment on the farm. We do not have to make this a punishment kind of thing, okay? We should do something that we want to do because why? We want to solve the problems in the world, right? So if it is in your house, start something. If it is in the school, support the garden, okay? And then learn more about sustainable agriculture. I'm not saying you have to now compulsorily take agri subjects, okay? You can pick the agri students, let them realize you are one or two things. It can be, it doesn't have to be crop production, you learn stuff. How many of you have actually like a book? Which animal is keeping your bones? Which students are taking care of those animals? Another way you can contribute to solving world hunger is to consume food responsibly and reduce wastage. Okay? Now you have food, okay? Some people do not have, if you know your food is too much, you do not have to throw that away. Okay? You can preserve it and use it another time. And if you know such a food will not be eaten, you can give it out to people that are actually in need. So consume food responsibly. Don't consume extravagantly. Don't end up wasting food because it's that bad that people that are hungry. You already said we have more than 700 million of people that go to bed hungry each night, right? So people have to go to the dustbin before they can get something to eat. I hope you are right. That's fun. Yes, that's that bad. So if you have food, don't waste it. It's a blessing, okay? And now help those that don't have. You can share your food. You know that you have a neighbor that probably has not, if you don't suspect that such people are not, let's not be sharing. Share your food, okay? Now the next is to make awareness campaign. Do you know what awareness campaign is? Campaign, just like this, an example is this. You already know about, you've learned a little bit. I want you guys to go back home, learn more about sustainable development goals. If you have gadgets, it's not just about watching TikTok videos. You can go on YouTube, Google sustainable development goals, check YouTube videos. You'll be able to learn more about it so that you can teach other people that you know do not have any knowledge of it. When you get home today, talk to your sister, talk to your brother about sustainable development goals. teach them. So that's one way we are going to improve quality education. Are we there? Another way is to, there's something called resource drive. We have textbooks, we have school materials that we are no longer using the baby, we are no longer in that class, we are not to school. Instead of keeping or abandoning these books, we want to have a home or leave it out. So you said this now, right? You can leave those books, you can leave it to your school library, you can leave it to your neighbor that does not have anything interested in education, but does not have those opportunity of getting resources, right? If you want to write materials, you know that, oh, there's one of your neighbor who she's struggling with, but she doesn't have a pen, she doesn't have pencils, she doesn't have a share, you have more, you have access, you have more, you can share it, okay? So that's one way to contribute to quality education. Now, reuse, and recycle. Which goal do you think this solution is targeting? Yes? Plastic. Someone said put down and well with. Yes. I made mention of something earlier. I said the goals are interconnected. Right? If you eat good food, you will in good health and you will in good health, right? So if you achieve one goal, you are also indirectly achieving the next goal. So this particular suggestion targets climate change. So instead of nourishing the environment, do not cause pollution, right? You have your filling station at different points on these two premises, right? So don't be so let me share something with you. I write a course when I was in secondary school, and that course, if I have a waste, if there's no proper waste disposal bin close to me, I will hold on to that waste, and that culture has been a part of me and is still a part of me up to this very moment. So be good ambassadors of change. Don't litter your environment, okay? Because those can contribute to pollution, and in the long run, you'll be having issues like flooding, what other natural disasters. I hope you know that sometimes plastics cannot decompose. So if you drop a sachet of pure nylon here today, if wind or rain does not move it, you come back and meet that nylon in years to come. Why? Because it is not degradable. Now we do not want to keep the planet in a polluted way. So these materials, you either dispose them properly, like people pick up plastics for recycling, right? I've seen a video where they made a t-shirt out of plastic. So instead of just throwing away plastic that will not decompose in the environment, why not put it into another use? So that's what reuse and recycling. So practice that promotes recycling and waste reduction in your community. Starting from today, be good as ambassadors of words of change. So in your classes, ensure that your class is very clean, your homes are clean, your room is clean. You can also take this campaign down to your, like I said, start from home, okay? In your mosque too, or your churches, you see that you have people listening them and talk to them, let them know the implication of what they are doing. So that way you words, good ambassadors of words of change. Now, we have sustainable practices. We already said deforestation can cause what? Climate change. So what you can do is encourage sustainable practices like tree planting. Let me put it to you that today we'll be having, at the end of our session today, we'll be having a tree planting activity. Please, a round of applause. Look around you. These trees that we have in this school, they were planted when I was in SS1. That's how many years now? That's like 10, 11 years. So apart from beautifying the environment, you guys are trying to be good ambassadors of change. We are contributing to climate action. So we are having tree planting activity at the end of today's program. So that if by the time you come back in the next 10, 20 years, you still meet that tree here, okay? And you can tell people, you can tell your younger ones that yes, I was present when this tree was planted. Because why? We want to change the world in our own little ways. Alright. So then this awareness campaign is move on. I've come to the So thank you very much for your attention. My team and I will also be donating seeds supporting the school garden. Just to our meeting, we'll be donating seeds for planting, okay? So the next speaker is going to take you through the next, okay? So thank you for listening. Oh, sorry. Question. You know what? Please note your questions down. By the time it's done, we'll take questions back.
Hello, students. Thank you. Good afternoon to you all. It's very nice to see your beautiful and bright faces here this afternoon. Because when we are students like you guys, anytime we go visitors to come and enlighten us about something we are quite ignorant of, we are always happy to visit them one or two things. And I'm very sure you've been able to jot down one or 2 points as regards to what my colleagues have been saying since morning, right? Yeah, that's very good. And I hope that you guys should keep the same spirit and make sure you keep this as interactive as possible, like you did with the first speaker. So, I'm not here to take much of our time, but rather to ensure you guys are aware of the rules of agriculture and STEM in achieving the sustainable development goals. I'm sure you guys know what STEM stands for, right? So can anyone remind me what it stands for? Okay, please.
Science, technology,
You must clap for yourself. Okay, please, next time.
the guy that doesn't answer the question. I have a quick point.
Okay. So, she has already said a lot about what sustainability and related concepts are all about. So I will only try to brief about it a little. Can anyone remember what sustainability means? Anyone? Sustainability. From the word sustainable. Okay, try. Okay, speak up, please. He said, no, thank you. Well, literally now, sustainability simply means the ability to, meet our end need without compromising the need of the future generation. That is, when it is enough with proper management, we'll be able to ensure sustainability. While also development simply refers to the improvement and advancement of human endeavors in every aspect so that we can meet our needs. Also, goal, which is one of the very important of SDG. What you are set to achieve, either now or in the nearest future, the objective put in place and we are working towards to achieve. That is what we do. So, core concepts of sustainability. There are 3 pillars that governs sustainability. We have the economic sustainability, the environmental sustainability, as well as the social sustainability. For the environmental sustainability, this is a responsible way of conserving and managing the resources so as not to exhaust it and compromise the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. That is what the environmental sustainability stands to represent. While also for the social sustainability, this actually emphasizes fair distribution of resources, irrespective of every individual's background that it goes around. So that is what social sustainability stands to represent. And for the economic sustainability, this carries the definition of sustainability, that is economic prosperity, by meeting our needs and not compromising the needs of the future generation so that they can meet their own needs as well. So, agriculture and STEM rules in SDGs. Agriculture, do we have any agricultural students here? Yes, can you please tell me what agriculture means? Anyone? I thought you said yes. Can anyone tell me what he or she understands by the word agriculture?
Come on, come on.
Agriculture can be defined as many of animal planting of crops and planting of trees for the use of man.
Thank you. Give him a round of applause. That is the definition of what agriculture stands for. Now, what are the roles of agriculture and the related disciplines in achieving sustainable development goals? Now, agriculture has a link with different aspects of sustainability development goals, like my colleague mentioned earlier. The 17 goals, they are interconnected, and in one way or the other, they are related to agriculture. Let's take, for instance, food security, which can also be called zero hunger, right? Is solely dependent on agriculture. Because without agriculture, how do we want to achieve zero hunger? So agriculture is very important as regards the goal of zero hunger. Also, good health and well-being. Almost all goals are dependent on agriculture in one way or the other. Likewise, other disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics also play a very significant role in achieving all these goals that we stated earlier. Now, the roles of agriculture in SDG, like I said, food security. You know, when a country or any society engages themselves in sustainable agricultural practices, you know, they will be able to meet food security, the goal of food security. And what are the practices I'm trying to talk about here? Like agroecology, right? We also have what they call genetic engineering, whereby through the advancement in technology, there are also improvements in ways in which we practice agriculture by engaging in practices like hydroponics. Has any one of you heard of the word hydroponics before? I'm with students. Hydroponics.
I must spell it now.
Okay. In case you are wondering about the spelling, right? From the word hydro, H-Y-D-R-O, that is hydro, then the ponics, P-O-N-I-C-S, hydroponics. Well, to not waste much of our time, hydroponics simply refers to a soilless agriculture that only depends on water. Thereby, all the nutrients needed by a plant will be supplied to the water during the seed or the planting at the vegetative part of planting the plant. So, there won't be any soil needed. That can be practiced anywhere. In as much you are accessible to the nutrient requirements of the plant and the water needed to plant them. Now, poverty alleviation. Like we all know, most of all agricultural produces come from the rural area, right? And you know that by selling the produce, the rural farm households will be able to generate income. And by so doing, they are striving hard to get out of poverty through their economic procedures of so environmental stability, sustainability. You know, like my colleague mentioned earlier, agroforestry is more like you wanting to conserve your environment. Because when we look at the challenges of desert encroachment, which can be made possible through deforestation, now if you want to ensure the role of environmental sustainability, you know, one of the things you can do is to plant trees, and which we can do after this, so as to show you how it's been done. So that's another role for agriculture in order to achieve sustainable development goals. Now, water management. See, proper and efficient use of water can make it possible for any organization or any institute to achieve economic sustainable development by practicing improved water management such as irrigation. We have anyone that understands the word irrigation, our big students, because I think all we've been saying it's all about agriculture. Can anyone tell me what irrigation means? Anyone? Irrigation. Okay. Thank you, sorry.
Come up on you. Come up on you. Come to the front.
This time, right?
Irrigation is artificial supply of water to farmers to grow plants when
Clap for our please. So, irrigation as a way of ensuring water management. You see, when the farmland is properly located and well constructed in terms of the irrigation facilities, you know, that will aid in reducing runoff water that can lead to erosion and making us waste the water resources available to us. And by so doing, you'll be able to achieve food security. Now, partnership and collaboration. You see, the collaboration of several bodies can bring about the achievement of sustainability development goals. Bodies like the governments, NGOs, research institutes, even academic institutes like we are doing now, is still part of the partnership and collaboration, which ensures that at the end of the day we are able to meet our goals. Now, roles of science in SDGs. You see, research and innovation, right? Scientific research has made it possible for us to be able to achieve some things that we couldn't years back. Because with a concept like biotechnology, which is also a form of research and science, it's also an agricultural term, which is the manipulation of organisms for the use of mankind. Because if we try to consider the kind of seeds we used to plant in building times and the ones we use these days, you can tell whether with their period of maturity after planting it and the duration, you can be able to tell that they are different. Because in the olden days, if they get a cassava stem to plant, it might take nothing less than 2 or even 3 years to mature before you will be able to harvest the cassava. But in the modern times, due to the help of biotechnology, scientists have been able to develop a stem or a planting materials that can mature in a very short period of time. Because when, let's say for instance, I go to IIT in Ibadan. Has anyone heard of IIT before? Okay. And I went there to procure my cassava stem. In the space of, after planting, in the space of maybe after 6 months, I should be able to harvest it so as to meet the goal of food security. You know, we made mention of the fact that all these goals are interconnected, right? Because one leads to the other, and then the other also leads to the rest as a whole. So data collection and analysis. We all know that the collection of data is a scientific endeavor or procedure, so that we'll be able to monitor and evaluate the progress of whatsoever project and innovations we put in place. Also, environmental protection and conservation, just like we have it under roles of agriculture. Through the manipulation of genetics of planting materials of organisms generally, we will be able to ensure proper management and conservation of the vegetative materials we have on our coast. Because ideally, all these white trees, if you should see their safety and maybe uproot them or cut the stem and bring it home for planting, it might take a very long time to mature. And with the challenges of deforestation due to expansion of cities, urbanization and all, we need trees that can conserve our environment and that can mature as fast as possible. So with the help of science and biotechnology, we'll be able to meet the sustainable development goals of conservation, also directly related to climate action by even pushing the effect to climate impact. Now for the health and well-being, you all know that when we are food secure, that is when there is zero hunger, then it is possible to achieve good health and well-being. Because most of the time, the status of our health has a direct link with what we eat most of the time. When we eat healthy food that are gotten from the farm, I think that will be able to help us in achieving sustainable goals. Also, for education and capacity building, science is very, very important in ensuring that people are aware, they are sensitized on the way in which science has been put in place to save the world and ensure we meet the sustainable development goals. That is our science. Now, the role of technology in SDGs. Renewable energy, right? We all know that one of the major problems we have on this earth as of today, in modern times, is the consumption of fossil fuels, such as petroleum, right? And even coal. And all this has an adverse effect on our environment, even the ozone layers. But with the advent of renewable energy technology, people have been able to develop vast array of renewable energy sources, such as energy from wind, energy, solar energy, and hydro energy that used to generate electricity. So that is that. Now, clean water and sanitation. Advanced technology has been invented that has to do with water management and purification. So with the help of technology, we are able to be able to meet the objective of achieving clean water and sanitation, which in one way or another have a direct link with good health and well-being. Because when the water is neat and safe to use, then we can boast of good health, right? Now, sustainable agriculture, like I said earlier, that by involving in sustainable agriculture, you're able to meet the goal of food security. And example of sustainable agriculture, engage in agroecology, agriculture, organic farming, the hydroponics that I mentioned, and the hydroponic I mentioned to you. So, efficient resource management. You see, with technology, so many inventions have been put in place, especially when it comes to recycling of waste and reuse. Just like this country, Vietnam, they have a facility plant, a recycling plant, that all the waste they use, they take it to the plant. Like it's more like an industry, very gigantic. They take it there, and when trying to destroy these waste products or waste materials, even the energy generated there can be channeled to achieve other things by generating electricity. So that is an efficient resource management. Also, climate action. You know, when we put with technology in place, so many things can be achieved. Just like I mentioned in the renewable energy. Renewable energy can make it possible to reduce greenhouse gases through the use of renewable energy sources I mentioned earlier, such as wind source energy, hydro energy, and all. Then, with the invention of electric cars, maybe in the nearest future, when there is no much use of petrol-powered vehicles, that will be able to combat the effect of climate change, maybe depletion of the ozone layers as a result of the emissions from our vehicles. Now, education and access to information. ICT, let me put it that way. Okay, ICT, information and communication technology, has made it possible for us. All this that we've been saying since morning, you can easily, in the comfort of your room, get your tab or maybe that of your printer, just visit the internet and read about what SDG stands to represent. That is the power of ICT and all acronyms given to technology. Now, roles of engineering and SDG. Just like technology, they are closely related because without technology, there might not be engineering. And even science, the three of them are very related. So infrastructural development, with the help of engineering in modern times, we've been able to develop the sustainable infrastructure. Let's take for instance, we have a very large farm, right? Maybe a maize farm. And in the olden times, all they care about is the direct consumption and with little processing efforts. But in the modern times, engineering has made it possible to construct large companies. Let's take for example, Dangote. I know all of you know Dangote is right. Any response? Are we tired already?
No.
You are tired? Yes, I understand that you are tired. But anyways, we round up in a few minutes. So, with the help of engineering, we can construct large industries that are able to process our agro-products and ensure we meet all these sustainable development goals. Also, water and sanitation, like I said, under the rules of technology today. When efficient and advanced way of purifying water are put in place, this will be able to help us in managing our health. Then also, it's a great way to achieve everything. So water management, waste management, and recycling, like I said, it's technology. When there is good engineering knowledge, people will be able to construct advanced facilities to manage waste and to recycle them. And one major challenge we are facing in the world of today is all these plastics that we have in our oceans. Not even the oceans alone, but our immediate environment generally. And I don't think we have recycling or waste management facilities. I think that would be easy to manage. But then, maybe we can achieve that in the nearest future as a nation. So, innovation and technological solution. You see, even science drives innovation and technology. With research, scientific procedures, to be able to achieve new technology and innovation that are help in achieving SDG. Transportation and mobility. With engineering, humans have been able to construct so many transportation, maybe car or trucks or buses or everything that we can use to get from one point to another and saving time, unlike in building this while most people train. And by so doing, agricultural produce can be easy to transport from the farm gate to the market, and by then it generates income for farm household, and with that we'll be able to meet the goal of zero poverty. Now the roles of mathematics SDG, data analysis and modeling. Like I said earlier, data collection needs to be analyzed so as to monitor, to achieve great monitoring and evaluation of the procedure of any goals that we set to achieve. So, yes, monitoring progress. You see, mathematical models are put in place to ensure all data are properly analyzed, monitored, and eventually evaluated so as to make predictions and generate ideas, and also inform our decision and policy making. Population dynamics. The population mathematics models have been able to help in achieving so that we can achieve this demographic model, so that we can, get better understanding of the migration pattern, the urbanization processes, and everything that has to do with sustainable development goals. Now, before I proceed, do we have anyone here? Hello, students. Do we have anyone who has ever thought of agriculture as a career path? Okay. Just one student. Two students. Okay, I can see answers now. You see, like I said earlier, agriculture is very, very important in our society, because even there is one revival that says, tí ebi bá ti kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́ ti fi ṣe. Have you heard of the global before? Okay. And what they are trying to stress here is that zero hunger is a necessity. We must achieve it, because if there is no hunger, then it is possible to achieve zero poverty too. So now, choosing agriculture as a career path offers diverse range of opportunities and challenges. You see, agriculture is not always about farming, right? There are several other aspects of agriculture. I made mention of Dangote earlier, because even Dangote himself engages in agriculture, in fact directly, because without agriculture, where would Dangote get raw materials to be processed? Even though it's an agri-business, Dangote business is mostly agri-business. So agriculture is not always about going to farm, going, weeding and all. So you can engage in agribusiness. In fact, agropreneurs is more like an entrepreneurial endeavor in agriculture. Also, the global importance of agriculture. Agriculture is a global industry, either by working in an international organization that oversees agricultural endeavors. For example, we have FAO. Has anyone heard of FAO before? You've heard of FAO before? Food and Agriculture Organization, that is what it stands for. So you can work there, or by having your own farm, and also key into the global system of food supply. So the entrepreneurial opportunities, like I said, you can key yourself into the value chain, you see, processing of crops into finished products. Maybe you have a cassava farm now. Maybe you plant this, we can make cassava, yellow cassava, and you're like, I don't want to sell this one, let me process it. It can be processed to flour, and they use it for bread now. So you can be a processor. You can also have your own farm. It's a very good thing to have your own farm, because if you have your farm, you can never go wrong. That's what is started. Now let's talk in a community. Just like every other individual, agriculture brings together people from different backgrounds and collaborate together so as to achieve sustainable development. And by that, we can collectively address general issues and provide solutions to them. So, conclusion. Overall, the career in agriculture offers the chance to make a meaningful impact on global policy while pursuing diverse professional pathways and interventions. It's a dynamic field. It encompasses several areas of professions that is identical because every aspect of the STEM that we talk about has a direct agriculture because we live in that and there is advancement.
It doesn't make any sense. Madam, there is a lecture in front of you are reading. Where is your intelligence?
Right? It was a rich presentation from Dr. Kiwa. That was a clinical presentation. We have some questions here that the students already have.
Just read like two.
Any students, please, should we attend to one or two questions? I like refreshment to be given to you. Very light refreshment. Let's put our hands together for the organizer of this program. Please, let it go without noise. Listen to me. Hello. If you make noise, I will collect your own. I cannot collect it. You just make noise.
I think you should do this. When you do it, though, just everybody stand up. Are you?
So, I have some questions with me. Someone said, how many of the sustainable development goals have been accomplished all the goals. They are still under, yes, still under development. So we can't have a single goal that has been achieved totally. Do you understand? So it's a process. That is why we need you guys to be able to contribute into achieving these goals. Have I answered that question? Then someone said, how can we reduce child mortality? First of all, we understand that certain communities do not have access to healthcare facilities, but those that do, you have to educate the parents. Okay? Hello? Okay. Sometimes we need to be able to enlighten parents because sometimes they do not know that we have diseases that can be prevented. What are the diseases which can prevent diseases? Does anyone know? Have you heard of vaccination before? Vaccination. I mean, when you were all little kids, you guys took vaccines, right? So that is a way of preventing diseases. And when you do that, you can reduce child mortality. You guys know about polio, right? You know about tuberculosis. So sometimes you also need to educate and enlighten the parents because they do not know that these vaccines are supposed to take it by their little one. So once you do awareness campaign, you enlighten parents, you enlighten children, share knowledge. How can we teach those people that have access to no education? If you don't know what is passionate about education, then not so many people don't have the opportunity of doing
The book.
share your lessons. Such a person, right? Then when they go to the that's your own actually quality education. Then how can we close
Who gave this to you? Who gave this to you? You bought it with your money. Who gave it to you? Who gave this to you? Where did you get it from? Your brother. He gave it to you. He bought it for you. He's the owner. How old is that your brother? I'm asking because this is not a book you should be reading. What is it about? What is it about? GS student. GS student. GS. Are you in GS? Is she in GS? Is she in GS?
The GMO of corn that is to be introduced to Nigeria, that during the recent research, he or she discovered that it is a biological weapon. Well, my answer to this question is that conspiracy theories has always been around. Whether we want it or not, people always conspire against what they have zero or little knowledge about. Meanwhile, I made mention about technology while I was giving my submission here. This GMO we are talking about is a product of our technology, which is put in place to meet the problem of low food supply. You know, when you have an orange tree that can barely produce 300 fruits in a year, and you really want to sell it to the market and make the supply of the market, you know something needs to be done in order to check the other issue that is happening due to overpopulation that we are experiencing currently in the modern time. So GMO is needed, although there are conspiracy theories that they can be harmful to some extent because they have the tendency to alter our genetic makeup as well. But since there is no proof yet I will conclude that the GMO being a biological weapon is just a fallacy. It is not real. Until we have a handful of knowledge about whether how harmful it is or not. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together, let's put our hands together. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Today, this discovery seminar has really helped us, especially some of us in this room. Students, hello. Don't worry, we'll soon go now. So, many of us have taken the seat. We have the SS2 students, only SS2 students. It's better, it's only SS2 students. All the SS1 students, have you taken the seat? You, GSS2 students. Are you serious? GSS2 students. It's okay, when I know what yes. Now, she is having this will be presented to us as school as part of telling us that we need to do more in terms of planting. These are six of different types of crops being presented to us. I will call on Mr. Rodriguez to come and take it on behalf of you. We thank the Lord for thank you for this.
No, this way.
Keep on recycling these things.
Come to this way. Come this way. Yes. Yeah. Snap.
Thank you. Yeah.